Yo, what's good? I hope you guys are enjoying all caps so far. If so, show us some love by hitting that subscribe button. And also, we are doing a giveaway, 1 year of Disney Plus on us to one lucky subscriber as we get ready for all the cap craziness that's going to take place in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So, let's dive in. But before we do, a quick recap. Get it? Recap. Anyway, we've covered who's the best Avenger and the reason why I'm doing this whole series in the first place. We've also covered the origin of said best Avenger, Steve Rogers' Captain America. So naturally, next up,
Bucky! Captain Bucky O'Hare!
no, not that one. I'm talking Steve's BFF, James Bucky Barnes. You may know Bucky as the Winter Soldier, a mind-controlled assassin struggling to regain the memories of his past and get a grip on the future at the same damn time. So, as you can probably imagine, his is all over the place. Bucky was introduced in the very first issue of Captain America as Steve's kid sidekick and was one of the few young superheroes of the time, because not many superheroes were out there running around with kid sidekicks because, that's just a little dangerous. I mean, who would do a thing like that? Really? Speaking of kid sidekicks, Bucky was to Steve what Robin was to Batman. They even switched mentors for a day in a crossover miniseries by DC and Marvel. Bucky grew up James Buchanan Barnes. He was this military kid orphaned after his father was killed in a training accident at Camp Lehigh in Virginia. As a result, the commanding officers adopt Bucky as sort of like a camp mascot, hoping to encourage other youths to join the cause. This is where Bucky meets Steve for the first time when Rogers is posted there as a private to cover up his alter ego as Captain America. Bucky and Steve bond and become bros for life. But soon after, Bucky is the one that discovers Steve is Cap. He walks in on Steve gearing up for a mission and basically catches him and's like, bro, I gotta be in on this. This is just too cool. Bucky swears to keep Steve's secret and starts training with him hardcore and eventually gets to the point of joining him on missions. After becoming skilled as hell, Bucky began accepting missions that even Steve wouldn't. So this already started to shape Bucky as an edgier version of Cap. Bucky and Cap fought alongside each other throughout World War II and even served in a few pre-Avengers teams like the All-Winter Squad and the Invaders. But in the final days of the war, Bucky was believed to be killed in the same accident that resulted in Cap's demise, and it was the end of the line until he was brought back in 2005 during Brubaker's run on Captain America. Here we learn that Bucky too was flung into the frigid waters by the explosion, but before he could succumb to his wounds or hypothermia, he gets fished out of the waters by Department X, an adjunct of the KGB created to produce Russian super soldiers. The explosion messed him up. It took his memories, his personality, and even his left arm when it went off. All that was left of him was his reflexes and instincts from years of fighting. Once nursed back to health, Bucky is brainwashed, given a bionic arm, and sent out on covert assassination missions. He is even used to train Black Widows in the Red Room, which is where he first meets Natasha Romanoff, and he trains other versions of Russian super soldiers as well. But when he wasn't on a mission or training, he became harder and harder to control. So his superiors started putting him in cryosleep between missions, which led to him assuming the codename Winter Soldier. Bucky finally comes face to face again with Steve for the first time after an attack in Philadelphia, where he kills like hundreds of people, innocent people, on a mission to recover the Cosmic Cube. Steve is shocked when he finds out that his foe is his best friend from a lifetime away. He manages to defeat Bucky and restore his memories with the same cosmic cube Bucky had been sent to retrieve. But when all Bucky's memories come back to him instantly, he's messed up over remembering the truth of all the people he's hurt and who he really is. So he uses the cosmic cube to teleport away. I'm guessing he probably pieced out to get like some mental R&R, I could only imagine. When he resurfaces, he starts working for S.H.I.E.L.D., reporting directly to Nick Fury, and serves as a friend of the Avengers and a S.H.I.E.L.D. operative until the events of Civil War, where Steve Rogers would meet his untimely demise at the hand of a brainwashed Sharon Carter, his previous love interest and niece to his lost love, Peggy Carter. After Steve's death, a remorseful Tony Stark finds a letter Steve left asking for him to look after Bucky and saying that the mantle of Captain America should continue. Tony suggests it be Bucky, and Bucky agrees on the condition that Tony remove any subliminal programming still left over in his mind so that he can carry on the mantle without fear of tarnishing Cap's name, and that he not answer to the government. Bucky, as the new Cap, leads the new Avengers and remains the acting Cap until he's finally put to trial as Bucky for his crimes as the Winter Soldier. America finds him guilty but puts his 20-year sentence up against time he's already served, but the Russians, not so much. They tried Bucky in his absence and found him guilty of crimes against the state. Bucky gets extradited to Russia and serves a brief stint in jail before deciding, fuck this, I'm out. Bucky breaks out in time to brandish the shield one last time, defending Earth against the Serpent of Asgard and his generals, the Worthy. But during the battle, he's mortally wounded by Sin, the Red Skull's daughter, who's in her Scotty form, making her like super OP at the moment, wielding this crazy ass hammer. You gotta see it. We'll definitely cover this amazing story by Brian Michael Bendis in another series because, as I said, it's friggin' amazing. It's crazy. Luckily, he's saved by Nick Fury and Black Widow, but with Steve still believing him to have died, Fury persuades Steve back into the role of our main Cap. This, my friends, is when Cap wields Mjolnir for the second time, while Thor is being granted the Odin sword, and he and a slew of other heroes led by Iron Man fend off the Serpent and her generals, similar to the final battle that we saw in Avengers Endgame. Once all is said and done, Cap figures out that Bucky survived, but the rest of the world still believes he died. He tells Steve that his work as the Winter Soldier is not done and that he believes his past is too tarnished to continue being Captain America, and he passes the mantle back to Steve. I think this is the same reason Bucky doesn't take up the mantle in the MCU, because he's responsible for so much bad stuff, as you can say, red in his ledger, and in the MCU specifically, he's responsible for killing Tony Stark's parents. Tony Stark is respectively the godfather of the MCU. The next person to wield the shield and represent all that Cap means cannot be the same dude that killed Iron Man's parents. Like, nah. So what do you think? Should Bucky have been the next Cap in the MCU? And are you pumped for Falcon and the Winter Soldier? Let us know in the comments below. And for more Marvel Comics videos, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the flip side.